Today, I got a PvE build for every class that shreds through enemies and gives you infinite ammo. Whether you're a Titan Hunter or Warlock, you're gonna want a top tier setup, so in this video, I'm gonna break down some exotics and mods that when paired together make you nearly unstoppable. No matter what class you are, the first thing you wanna grab is the Osteo Striga. This exotic gets crafted at the Enclave on Mars, and it's got one of the nastiest perks in the entire game. When you get a kill or land a bunch of headshots, the enemy's gonna spew out poison on everything nearby, and that deals a ridiculous amount of damage. With just a couple of kills, it's easy to wipe out an entire mob, and this thing is S tier at making overload champions look stupid. When you reach weapon level 10, you're gonna unlock the catalyst, and this is really what makes the gun insane. As things die to the poison damage, the magazine overfills, and that's gonna happen over and over again. When it's all said and done, it caps out at 108 rounds, which I don't think I have to explain is absolutely f***ing ridiculous. With ammo like that, we're gonna wanna push our damage as much as possible, and it all starts with Kinetic Siphon. Kinetic Siphon is a mod for your helmet that makes multi-kills with Osteo Striga spawn an orb of power for you and your team. Picking that up gives you a handful of bonus super energy. From there, throw on Taking Charge and Swift Charge, and now whenever you slay out with your SMG or pick up one of those orbs of power, you're gonna get a stack of the Charge with Light buff. Slot High Energy Fire to spend those charges and raise the damage of all your weapons by 20%. That little bump is exactly what this exotic needs to stay relevant, even in the highest levels of content. But with as strong as it is, you're gonna chew through Charge with Light stacks faster than a Titan with a fresh box of Crayola. To keep that rolling forever, we're slotting the mods Supercharged and Stacks on Stacks. Supercharged raises your Charge with Light limit by 2, up to a maximum of 5. That comes in clutch when you put on Stacks, cause now you're getting 2 stacks anytime you'd normally get 1. As you fire the Striga, the mods start an endless loop of gaining and spending Charge with Light, which makes it easy to have high energy fire ready to buff your weapons when you need it. And speaking of weapons, let's go over what you can run to synergize with the loadout. For your energy slot, having a pulse rifle or a bow on hand is the big brain play, because this season they stun unstoppables and pop barrier champions. You want to look for a roll with adaptive munitions to smash right through any elemental shield no matter what color it is. In your heavy slot, grab yourself a weapon with the perk Explosive Light. With that on, whenever you pick up an orb of power, the Explosive Light buff pops up on the left side of the screen, and the next shot from your heavy hits 25% harder. That's free extra damage for doing what you're already doing anyway. Explosive Light stacks with High Energy Fire, and the two effects together make it easy to straight up dumpster pretty much anything in your way. This clip is a perfect example of the build in action, and I'm gonna let it roll in the background while I talk about how everything works together. I want you to pay attention to how many stacks of Charge with Light pop up, and check out the magazine and how few times I have to reload. To open a fight, find yourself a red bar in a group of enemies and start laying into them with Osteo Striga. The poison's gonna spread to all his buddies, and you get to keep firing like a madman while orbs of power pop up like volleyballs at the beach. High energy fire is pretty much always active, which means all your guns are putting in work, and the amount of numbers you're seeing on screen are nothing short of insane. Because of how much ammo is being pumped back into Striga, you can keep your finger on the trigger for the better part of an afternoon. But as good as this is, there's a fragment that takes what we've got and makes the whole thing God mode. In my opinion, the perfect thing to round out the loadout is Echo of Starvation. This fragment was introduced with Witch Queen, and it helps make Void one of the nastiest subclasses in the game. When you pick up an orb of power, the Devour buff pops up on the left side of the screen, and as long as it's active, any kill you get is gonna instantly fill your health back up. You're gonna be making a ton of orbs anyway, so why not let them give you infinite health regeneration? And the beauty of it is the whole thing works regardless of what class you are or what exotic you decide to run. Hunters can rock the Omnioculus for double smoke bombs and damage resistance while invisible. Titans can throw on the Doomfang Pauldrons for those insanely long supers. And my homies with the dress can grab Nezarec's Sin and take advantage of infinite abilities. And speaking of which, I put together one of the nastiest Warlock builds ever in Destiny 2. And for you guys, I'm gonna break it down step by step so you can take it out for a spin. To check that out, all you gotta do is click the card on the right. Thanks for watching.